afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the LF Wade International Airport. If the weather is any sign of how successful the LaGuardia flight is going to do, I'm going to say it's going to be a raging success. We have not had any good weather these past couple of days, so this is stunning. But again, thank you all for making your way eastward today, and I know we have a distinguished group of travel agents joining us as well. I want to quickly turn things over because I know we have a quick turnaround, and we certainly want to get the flight crew back downstairs and on the aircraft and heading back to LaGuardia. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the Minister of Tourism Development and Transport, the Honorable Sean Clark.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you for being here on this, as Aaron said, most beautiful Bermuda day. We'd like to welcome our friends from Delta, the Captain, Peter Curtis, the Delta Sales Manager, Richard Pyle, the General Manager of LF Wade International Airport, Aaron Adderley, and our other distinguished guests. And I'd like to specifically welcome those who are here from various travel agents. Forgive me if I mispronounce your name. Alicia Diaz from Valerie Wilson Travel, Phil Orchin from Frosh Travel, Ellie Cullen from Ovation Travel, Connie Majors from Pro Travel International, Fred Del Puzzo from Shire Travel Inc., and our own Donna Douglas, who is the Business Development Manager in New York for the Department of Tourism Bermuda. So thank you all for being here. It was a few years ago that our friends and partners in the tourism industry expressed some reservations as to whether or not Bermuda had sufficient airlift out of our #1 visitor market, the New York area. And therein began the search for an airline partner willing to step in and take advantage of what we believed was an opportunity to be realized. It wasn't long before one of our closest and longing-serving partners, Delta Airlines, decided to take advantage of this opportunity. And it gives me great pleasure this afternoon to welcome the inaugural Delta flight from LaGuardia Airport to Bermuda's LF Wade International Airport. With the reintroduction of this service, Bermuda now becomes one of 100 new flights to over 25 new destinations out of Manhattan's closest airports. So strong is Delta's commitment to our #1 market, the airline has embarked on a $160 million modernization of its 2 terminals at LaGuardia and a further $1.2 billion investment at New York's JFK. Having served Bermuda continuously for over 40 years, New York now becomes its 3rd gateway to the island, joining its direct, non-stop flights to both Atlanta and Boston. This government, the Tourism Board, and our industry partners remain committed to making this flight a success. In order to succeed in turning around tourism fortunes, we must first reestablish our presence in New York. Today, ladies and gentlemen, represents an important step forward in accomplishing that goal. With the arrival of Flight 437, Bermuda now has daily, non-stop service to each of the 3 major New York airports, JFK, Newark, and once again, LaGuardia. So on behalf of the people of Bermuda, we welcome you, Delta, to this, the latest chapter in our partnership that has lasted over the course of 2 generations. So thank you all for being here, and please enjoy. Thank you.
I'm going to call up to the podium perhaps the most important man in the room next to the minister, Captain Curtis? Peter Curtis. Come on up here, Captain.
Thank you all for coming. We had a short flight, hour and 30 minutes coming down. It was very comfortable. The crew in LaGuardia did a good job of getting us out on time, and I believe we arrived just a few minutes ahead of schedule. So anyway, thank you for coming, and hope you fly with us sometime. Thank you.
I've been told that Captain Scott is from Los Angeles and the flight crew is from LaGuardia. And Captain, your flight crew told me that occasionally they welcome folks from the left coast over into their to their ranks. So just thought I'll pass that on to you. I'm going to call up Mr. Powell, Richard Powell from Delta Airways as well. Come on, Delta Airlines, come on up, Richard.
Wow, what an exciting day. The crew themselves have never been to Bermuda. So welcome to Bermuda. Isn't it beautiful? You just didn't have a chance to see the beach. But I'm sure you saw the coastlines while you were coming in. Today marks such a very important role in all what is going to take place over the next several years. The partnership between ourselves and Bermuda have been relentless, and I can't tell you how we've enjoyed observing the market. One of the things that I want to point out is that Bermuda is being served by 3 major cities in the US: Boston, Atlanta, and now New York. It's giving each and every Bermudan the opportunity to fly to any one of those 3 major cities to connect beyond the world. Honorable Crockwell, thank you very much. We're looking forward to working with you. Our aircraft arrived here. It's a Boeing 737 with 151 seats on board. We wanted to tell you about some of the products that we offer on board our airplanes that is going to make it even more interesting. Our economy comfort seats, please, anytime you're booking and traveling on Delta, we have a product called Economy Comfort that gives you 3 to 4 inches of additional seat pitch. New York City, as you know, is a very important destination, not only for Delta, but also for Bermuda. Flying into LaGuardia will give each and every one of the Bermudans the opportunity to connect to 60 different cities within the United States. We have spent over $160 million on an expansion project in LaGuardia that was able to make connecting in New York much easier. I know the crew will tell you that coming in today, we came in with a good load, almost full. And we're happy about that, right? And the most important thing is that we've got our travel partners here with us to join in all of this. Thank you very much, and I hope you all enjoyed the trip coming down, and we're looking forward to doing more business with you. But I promise not to keep it long, but on behalf of the 80,000 professional employees of Delta Airlines, I want to say thank you very much for opening the doors to us, and we're looking forward to a long and lasting, fruitful relationship. Thank you very much.
I also want to acknowledge in the room our Director of Tourism, Mr. Billy Griffith. Bermuda Tourism has been working with us from the very beginning in our discussions with Delta to re-engage this service or reintroduce this service over LaGuardia. And tourism put together a very aggressive media campaign that was rolled out, I believe, in the end of March, Billy. And as a result of that marketing campaign, we've seen nearly a double-digit increase in pre-bookings that are directly attributable to that campaign. So I want to thank the folks from tourism, and I also want to thank the travel agents who are here today, because without you, this flight cannot be successful. So thank you for coming down here on your fam trip. I also just want to call back Richard and the captain, because we have a gift to give you. We believe in making sure that you don't go back empty-handed. Please, sir, if you can come up here as well. Okay. This is a Bermuda painting of downtown Hamilton, overlooking Hamilton Harbor, and we certainly hope that this will have a place in your offices, whether it be in Atlanta or LaGuardia or Los Angeles, Captain. So from Bermuda to the folks at Delta, thank you for your 40 years of partnership and commitment. We are honored to have you here today. Thanks again. It would be remiss of me not to mention just some airport housekeeping matters. We're having, for those of you who have been to the airport before for these inaugural receptions, we usually have them in what is known as the first class lounge. And we actually had to sort of change matters a bit and have it here in the VIP lounge. The reason for that is because we're finally moving forward with some major renovations of the first class lounge. We're just about to finalize an agreement with a new first class operator. So for those of you who will be traveling to New York on Delta and your traveling business, you're more than welcome to use our first class lounge that will be open and new come later this summer. So I just wanted to share that with everyone. So we do have a quick turnaround. So for the flight crew, thank you again for coming upstairs. Have a safe and wonderful flight back, okay? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.